Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is Gil. The channel is GB Wing It. And if you clicked on this video, I'd appreciate it if you guys hit the like button. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing to the channel. So glad to have you guys along for the ride. You guys have been following the channel the last 4 years. Know that I am not riding with the studio, aka my Shoei Tech 2 helmet that I vlog aboard the past 4 years. Now this Shoei Tech 2 I've had since 2018. I really enjoy that helmet. It's comfortable and it offers great sound when I vlog. It's the studio. I am wearing my Shoei Sport Tech helmet that I've had for about 5 years, and I've used it sparingly. Brings us to today's topic. When do you retire your gear? Now, oftentimes you'll hear and read that you should retire a helmet at 5 years, but what happens when it just goes out on you? When it breaks down? And that's exactly what happened with my Tech 2 helmet. Yesterday I went to put the helmet on, and I realized how loose one of the sides were when I dropped the lid. I looked and I noticed that the plate that connects the bolt that provides the locking mechanism for the front face shield was missing. So I had one bolt on one side that locks in and a missing bolt. I don't recall feeling it getting loose over the course of the last few wears. I don't recall hearing anything drop and fall when I took the helmet off the last time I had it on, which was 2 days prior. I was in a position where I had a helmet that wouldn't function safely, that would not lock. Now I'm at the 5.5 year mark with that helmet, and I'm faced with a decision now. I reached out to Shoei via email, and they suggested that I mail the helmet in for an inspection. I'll tell you what, guys, that helmet was overdue for fresh internals, fresh liners, fresh cheek pads, a new face shield. There was light damage and wear to the actual helmet itself from drops off of the seat. That's to be expected. You had a helmet for 5.5 years. But now with this missing bolt, it's the kind of part that is not available by calling and ordering. They informed me of that when I reached out to Shoei. So they would have inspected the helmet and determined whether or not they could actually replace the bolt. Maybe there was wear to the internals that supported that bolt, where the bolt screwed in to the inside of the helmet. So guys, I am without a modular helmet at this moment. And I am faced with the question, do I pick up another Shoei Tech 2 and put the communications, the SRL system that I enjoyed? It's a hybrid system of the 20 Descena, 20 Evo, and the 20S. And it works great in that helmet. It's low profile, nothing sticks out. Beautiful setup. Leave in the comments below. What would you do in this case? Would you pick up another Shoei helmet, Tech 2? They retail at $800 for the plain colors, solid colors, $800, $900 for graphics. Would you rock out with what you got? It's not modular, but it works. And it's incredibly comfortable. But it ain't modular. And if you work with one of those helmets for years, you get spoiled. When do you replace your gear? Do you replace it at the manufacturer's suggested time? In this case, 5 years for a helmet? Do you replace it after serious wear and tear? I love that helmet. I did get some serious use out of it. You guys know 365 days in a year, I'm on a bike a minimum 300, I figure 310 of those days, I'm on a motorcycle. That lid is being opened and closed, opened and closed. I didn't expect this one though. I didn't feel that bolt backing out. You know, it's a little bit easier when you're talking about gear like gloves. I mean, the wear is clear. You see it over time. You see fraying. You see the holes. It's interfacing with your handlebars and you grab this, but something like the internals of on a helmet that aren't like cheap pads that wear or that need washing and refreshing really took me by surprise. Now, I've got nothing but great things to say about the Shoei Neotech helmet. It's incredible. And I would buy it again in a heartbeat. But we're going to see where this helmet takes us. Physical damage is something that you really can't ignore when it comes to gear on a motorcycle. If something's not going to work the way it was designed to work because of physical damage, that's a big no-no. So that helmet is officially out of service. Wear your gear, guys. Inspect your gear. I have to start listening to my own advice more. Maybe I would have noticed that bolt backing out. I tell you what, it didn't interfere with the helmet opening and closing. But then again, it could have been the internal pads wearing. I never replaced my headliner or my cheek pads on that helmet. So maybe with wear and the compressing of those liners, I didn't notice that bolt getting loose and there was more play there. With a tighter seal, I may have noticed that. You can't beat yourself up about these things. Inspect your gear and get out there and ride your motorcycles. This is GB Winging It. And I'm rocking with a new or a different vlogging helmet. The changeover was easy. I just took out my lavalier microphone out of the Shoei Neotech 2 and placed it in this helmet. A GoPro sticky mount. Secured the arm for my GoPro Hero Black and the media mod, and we are in business. I'm curious to hear the sound quality. Could we be looking at the Studio 2.0? Or is it a big no? Guys, take care of yourselves and ride your motorcycles. This is GB Winging It, and I am out. Speak to you real soon.